everyone, it's me, Rainah, again, and I'm sorry that you have to sit through 2 videos of me, but I don't want to be behind the other girls very much, so I decided, along with Cass, that it was a good idea to make this video today. Before I do start the topic, though, I would like to clarify that in the last episode of me, in the last video, I said I study religion, but I am actually myself. I'm not religious. I just like to learn stuff because that's what I do. I learn stuff. Anyways, yeah, homophobia and how I came out. I came out to my mom when I was... Actually, we'll start with my friend first. In middle school, no one knew I was gay that I am aware of, other than my best friend, who I said I think I like chicks, which I know she didn't go around and run her mouth because I pick my friends wisely and I trust her. Well, I told her and she told me that she thinks she likes chicks, so we experimented and I realized, yes, I do like chicks a lot. And I had always looked at chicks more than dudes, so I was like, well, am I just lesbian or am I bisexual? I did my research, seeing as I always like to learn things. Did my research. I was like, well, am I lesbian or bisexual? I'm really confused. So eventually I got a boyfriend in junior year, and I finally figured out that I was bisexual, but I am more attracted to women than dudes. But yeah, so in middle school, I did get bullied, but not because I was gay or any kind of gay. I did get on buses, and since rumors were started about me, I would get pushed down in the bus aisles, and people would stomp on me, and people even spit at me, and throw ice cubes at me, and all kinds of things, and I just dealt with it in my own way. A lot of times I would fight back. I got in a lot of fights in school. And other times I would just let it go because it really didn't bother me that much. If someone was attacking me, damn straight I was gonna fight back. I'm not gonna sit there and let someone hit me and not fight back. Crazy. Isn't always the best option, but I'm me, and that's the first thing that came to mind was fight back, and that's what I did. In high school, I didn't get bullied about anything, really. Every now and then, maybe once in a blue moon, I would get bullied, but other than that, it was never for being homosexual at all. It was just random things that people would spread about me, because they didn't like me for some reason. But I finally came out to my mom my freshman year of high school. I decided to come out because a girl inspired me to do so. You may know her. Her name is Kimberly. Yes, the Kimberly on this channel. She was out at the time, and she seemed happy to be out. She seemed happy that she was able to be who she wanted to be, or who she was anyway. And it amazed me. I was so inspired by how she was herself, her random self. And it was just insane to me that someone would be that random and open, and they're okay for the most part. And so yeah, that's what inspired me. And I told my mom, I said, Mom, I like chicks. And I introduced her to Kimmy, and she likes Kimmy a lot. Anytime I was on webcam with her, I would smile like an idiot, and my mom would be like, talking to Kimmy again, and of course there was no sense in saying no, because she could tell. But, yeah, Kimmy and I became really good friends, and that's when I told my mom, and finally, to prove to her, my mom said it was just a phase. And then to prove to her it wasn't a phase, I brought my chick friend over to a Halloween party, and I was making out with her there, and then my mom was just observing, and she was like, that is not a phase. My dad wasn't home at the time, so he didn't know I was gay or bisexual. He didn't find out until I was 18, after I'd had my first boyfriend, and I was sure that I was bisexual. I told my dad, but I actually didn't even really tell him. I saw this chick on a movie called The Perfumer, the main actress, and I said, that girl is gorgeous, and I didn't know my dad was in the room watching it with us. And I turned around and saw him. I said, I mean, what? I don't like chicks that way. I mean, I was just kidding. And he said that he agreed that she was an attractive woman, and I just let it go from there. I was like, okay, alrighty then. I was surprised because my whole childhood dad had told me he didn't agree with that, and his whole family didn't agree with that, and so I never told them. I never told my dad's side of the family. I never really told my mom's side of the family either, but I think they just know. My dad's side of the family found out because I added a family member, I added a cousin to my Facebook, and they couldn't just look at my status messages and be amused at the random things I was typing on my status messages. No, they had to snoop through my profile and find out that I like chicks and then blabber mouth to everyone else in the family. They weren't happy with that. Most of the homophobia I got was from family. My every time I go over to my dad's side of the family's house. Not my aunt who gave me the products to make stuff, because she's cool. She's my favorite aunt. But all of my other dads, or all of my dad's other siblings, don't agree with it whatsoever. And every time I go over to one of their houses, automatically start talking about God and how gay is an abomination. I'm just like, I'm right here. I know you're talking about me, obviously. I know this is directed at me, so you might as well say it to me and tell me that you don't agree with the things I do. But no, my family would never do that. They're subtle and passive and all of that junk. So I don't spend much time over there at all. My friends never gave me any homophobia whatsoever. In fact, most of them are bisexual or lesbian, or curious. I've actually made a lot of my friends realize that they like chicks. Not that I'm bragging or anything, but they were foreign to the idea of loving a member of the same sex until they met me and kind of developed crushes on me, I guess. But yeah, that's how I have dealt with homophobia. I don't have much to say about it other than my family didn't approve, but luckily the important major people in my family accept me for who I am and are still excited to see me when I go over to their houses, or still let me live in their house, because Lord, I wouldn't be able to live on my own, I don't think, without going completely crazy. But yeah, most of the time I don't even, I still get homophobia, but it's from random people that I don't know, and honestly, all I have to say to that is, I don't care. If you don't like me for who I am, then I don't need you in my life anyway. And I have people who are supportive, so your opinion means jack to me. And that's all I gotta say. I'm gonna be me regardless of who I am. If you don't agree with what I do, that's fine. I don't care. As long as you don't, as long as you're not rude to me and, well, homophobic to me, you know? And don't hate on me for who I am, because I'm not gonna hate on anyone for who they are. I don't care if they like to get off the pictures of planes or something. I'm sorry that was random, but I'm if that's what they want to do, that's what they want to do. I don't care. I'm not gonna let that decide who I let in my life. You know, I'm one of those people. I make friends pretty easily, so I'm not very judgmental. I don't judge people, so I don't expect them to judge me. If they are gonna judge me, they better tell me to my face. And then after that, I'll gladly hold the door open for them when they walk out of my life, because I don't care, and I don't need them in my life. I don't need those negative influences. Um, and I hate to say I'm better than anyone, but I am better than that. I deserve better than that, and I'm gonna get better than that. I'm not gonna have friends who are fake. I'm not gonna have family who doesn't support me. If they want to be a part of my life, they're gonna love me for who I am. And that's all I have to say. Sorry this video was long.